Ikiboko. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your Gamaya. Thank you so much for clicking. So you guys, I promised you I'll be consistent. I owe you that, and that's what I'm here to do. So you guys, kindly get me to 2K subscribers. We are remaining with one subscriber to get to not 2K, to 17, to 1,700 subscribers. Kindly do that. Let me give you a moment. Thank you. But I noticed so many people, 70% of the people watching me are not subscribed. Why is it? Why? Honey, why are you watching me if you're not subscribed? I mean, why do you keep coming back and you don't want to subscribe? Ni sawa tu. Anyways, guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video will be tea after tea, eh? So anyways, guys, as you can see the title of the video, whew, shit is about to go down. So you guys, yes, from a toxic relationship, dating relationship, to unhealthy, to a healthy marriage relationship. Yes. So if you are in this, you can as well find yourself here. Okay. Yeah. So years back, so during my dating life, so I met this guy, my ex now. So he was this sweet guy. He used to come pick me from my workplace. Actually, we met where I was working at. So he used to come pick me. We used to go to do dates. I could even tag along with my friends. He had no problem with that. Sometimes we could even do sleepovers at his place. Yeah. So this guy was so, what can I say? He was so possessive. The moment he calls me, I don't pick that call. Maybe let's say I'm busy at work. He will drive to my workplace. Oh my God. I put up with a lot. The guy was sweet, yeah. He used to be loving. He was loving, yes. But the only downside to that was he was so possessive. He was so, it's like I was his property. He owned me. I mean, every time I'm about to close work, he will come there, pick you up without even, giving you a heads up. At that moment, I was staying alone. So for you to come without us, agreeing if I'm spending at your place or not, so he would come, pick me up, and it got to a point where I was like, you know what, nah, I can't do this. So here's what happened. So he started coming to my workplace unannounced. It's a sweet gesture, but to him it was because he wanted to come and see who I'm talking to, what I'm doing, you see, the kind of stuff. So he was insecure. Yeah. So there was this period of time where he was so, it got too much until my colleagues started noticing. They could see him walking and they're like, what did you do today? What did you do? You didn't pick up the call, or, So jamaa alikuwa na walk in kwa building, ana unajua hiyo attention, all the attention could shift to him. He was a showstopper. All the attention, and he was an attention seeker. So he could come dressed in a white cap, white tee, black belts, white shoes. The guy was so, he was so extra. So whenever he could walk, he was so bossy, Oh my God. So everyone knew that whenever they see him there's something Maya has done. So he could come, why am I calling you and you're not picking? And I'm like, dude, I'm working, I'm at work. Let's go out, let's go for lunch. And I'm like, kindly check your time. Yeah. So this guy was so over possessive. It's nice to be possessive, but not too possessive. Yani the guy was too much. So there's this one point. What did he do? There's this point we had an argument. Yeah. So I was like, no, I need to go to my place and have a rest. I need to do 1, 2, 3. Then yeah, like I have a life, outside our relationship. So so there's this point he came to work. He caused a lot of drama because I didn't want to speak to him. We had argued. We had an argument. Yeah. I don't remember what the argument was about, but I used that chance. Okay, I decided not to talk to him. Then he called everyone. He called my colleagues, and he was like, tell her to talk to me. Blah blah blah. I ignored him. Now, you guys, shock on me. I don't know how he knew that I was going to my sister's place that same night. It was on a Friday night. So I'm leaving. Okay, he left. I remained behind to do, before you close the day. So I remained back to do some balancing and stuff. So when I get to my sister's place, actually I could smell his cologne on, oh my God, while going up the stairs. So my sister used to stay in these apartments. It was a 7th-story building. So my sister was on the 6th. Yeah. So while walking up the stairs, I could smell his cologne. Then I was like, maybe it's just in my head, because the guy didn't know where my sister lives, but he knew my place. But I don't know how he knew that I wasn't going to my place that day. So what did he do? I don't know how. I don't know what happened. And he didn't have my sister's number by then. So he decided to go to my sister's place. So me leaving work, I'm getting to my sister's place, and then I find the shoes on the doorstep. So he had gone to, to talk to my sister, to tell my sister to talk to me. Gosh, that was overbound. That guy had overstepped. Then I asked him, okay, I had an attitude because I was so fed up. I asked him, what are you doing here and how did you get here? You see, because he didn't know where my sister was staying. Like, I was speechless. How did he know where my sister stayed? So I asked him, what are you doing here? And he was like, oh, I need to talk to you. I told him, I don't feel like seeing you right now. Can you kindly go? We will talk some other time when I'm calm. I was so mad. I don't know what he had done. So I was so furious. So he didn't go. He stayed there until 11. Actually, I went to bed. I left him there. So I went to bed. So the following morning, he comes to work again. Okay, this guy was a drama king. He was a drama. What? So he comes to my workplace again. He's trying to talk to everybody. Our issues, we have our issues, but he's trying to let everyone know what is happening. And girl, I do not appreciate that. I didn't appreciate that. You know what I did? I decided to just cut this guy off. Okay, the guy, he used to treat me well. He could buy me stuff, but giving you money, but I was not even after his money because I had my own money. He could buy you expensive stuff. He could treat you out. He could do everything, but give you money? Dear what? How? So anyway, that didn't matter to me because I loved him. I didn't love his money. So it came to a point where, alikuwa too much. Every time we are not okay, he have to come to my workplace. He has to come to my workplace to tell my colleagues what is happening. There was no privacy in our relationship. So this is what I did. to get rid of my toxic ex. So I shifted from where I used to stay. That's the first thing I did. The second thing I did is I blocked his number. So I had blocked his number, but he could still access me, by using other numbers. So I decided to change my number. And that's how now, one thing that I didn't do is change my workplace until it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I have changed my place of stay. I have changed my number. Now I need to change my workplace, and I did that, and I disappeared from his life, and that's how I moved on from my toxic ex and found the love of my life. Anyways, you guys, let me tell you something. There is no perfect relationship or perfect marriage. Actually, let me now emphasize on marriage, because I'm in a marriage. Yeah, these are the the 9th year. Yes. So let me emphasize on that. Currently in a marriage, yes, and I've been in a relationship. So these two things are very different. Yeah. So nobody should lie to you that marriages are 100%. Marriages have their own fair share of problems. Yeah, and marriage is not 50-50, by the way. No, it's not 50-50. Sometimes you'll be 50, sometimes your partner will be 30, sometimes you will be 40, sometimes your partner will be 60. Now, those are seasons, because we are going through something. Everyone is evolving. So we are going through different things in life, and there's a way that everyone reacts to such, and we are living in difficult times. So people are stressed out here. So sometimes marriage is not 50-50. It's not even sometimes. Marriage is not 50-50. Sometimes you just feel like, hanging the towel. Sometimes you just feel like, what, I need to work out. This is not my thing. But at the end of the day, when you have a supportive partner, when you understand each other, when you find grounds, there are some things you compromise. You just learn to live with them, and just learn to talk about stuff. Yeah, at the end of the day, marriage is sweet. Marriage is it's a very beautiful partnership. I call it a partnership. Because even if you argue, you quarrel, at the end of the day, you will come back and be like, where were we even arguing? Yeah. Sometimes you might argue, then you get to a point where you're like, this life is not for me. Married life is not for me at all. Then after you've calmed down, you'll be like, why were we arguing? You see. So if someone tells you that marriage is 100, or marriage is beautiful, marriage is work, by the way. Marriage is work. Marriage needs to work. You have to put in the work. Marriage is like a flower. So if you don't water it, it's not, it won't do well. So if you take your marriage for granted, it won't do well. If you take your partner for granted, it won't do well. You will start bottling up issues, stuff. And when you don't talk about it, when you don't share it with your partner, when you don't sit down and find amicable ways of sorting out your issues, one day you will blow up, and it won't be good. That's why people end up killing each other. Yeah, so marriage is work, and marriage is not it's not at 100%. No. We have our problems. We are two human beings who are raised differently. We come from different backgrounds, you see. So it's how you guys come to an understanding that, in order for this and this to work, we need to come together and find what works for us and what doesn't work for us. So you will find what works for you and go with it. What doesn't work with you, just leave it. And do not compare your marriage to your friend's marriage or your neighbor's marriage. Those are different people. You guys are different people. There's a way everything works for different people. So don't compare. Just do you, be you, do what works for you. Do what works for you. And I'm not saying that when someone is when someone feels like they own you. Actually, we are not we are not ornaments to be owned. There's a way. Even if you're married or you're in a relationship, you need to have a life out of that marriage or relationship. Am I making sense? Because if you don't have a life out of that relationship, you will end up suffocating each other, because you'll be seeing all the minute stuff happening. But when you're busy with your life, the other person is busy doing but at the end of the day, you are a partnership. You're helping each other grow. Yeah. Another thing, if you are finding yourself stagnated in a relationship, you're not growing, rethink about it. If you are doing worse than they found you, anyway, I don't want to tell you what to do, but you know better. Yeah. So I don't want to tell you, work out, blah blah. No. You don't tell people who have slept in the same duvet that. No. You will tell them, and the next day you will find them together, and you will look like you didn't want the best for them. So just let them be, and focus on you, focus on yourself. So but let me say something. Let me clarify something. It's not only men who are toxic, by the way. There are women who are toxic too. So I don't know if it's how somebody has been brought up. I'm not sure about that. But there's a lot that happens until someone finds themselves there. I don't want to justify that, but there's a level of toxicity that is scary. Yeah. Like, when someone calls you and you don't pick, and they drive from their workplace to come to where you work to just check on what is not happening, that is scary. To me, that is scary. That shit used to scare me so much. I used to be so scared of him sometimes. Like when he gets angry. Where if you see these, dear Swen, so if you see these, actually I didn't mention you, and I don't want to mention your name, but if you see this, don't take it personal. Yeah. So yeah, don't take it personal. Anyways, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Kindly get me to 2K subscribers, kindly, please. Thank you. See you on the next one.